Okay, so as I was saying when I was so rudely interrupted by my computer running out of hard drive space, the command pods only hold one day of life support. And we just got down here, and as you can see, our fuel tank and the engine were destroyed. I fully expected the engine to be destroyed, but I was hoping we could at least save the fuel tank. Unfortunately, now it looks like we're going to have to rebuild the fuel tank and the engine. Though we did save a command pod on parachute, which is inevitably going to be used in our next design. So now, we're not going to do any more research, of course, because we need to wait for the research to be done. So, in fact, I'm not going to warp to it being completed, because I want to build a rocket and design a rocket. Maybe a new one instead. I'm going to... I mean, it's not going to be a whole lot of different stuff, just a couple of things. So we're going to make the Explorer Mark II here in a second. Because we have pseudo-decouplers. They're technically not really decouplers, but they work like decouplers. And I feel like they might just be good enough for us. I don't know if this is like maybe a little bit cheaty, to be honest, but I don't really care. So, it's going to take 5 hours to build this if we wanted to, but we don't want to. In fact, we want to build something that's much larger, like this. Okay. It's taken mere 2 days, actually, so that's pretty good. Don't believe it'll take nearly as much time, because we built a lot of these parts before, so it shouldn't take us as much time to build them again. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to put on a heat shield down here, which seems kind of silly, and I guess it would be if we were actually using it as a heat shield, but we're not, so it is fine. Yeah, I didn't want to be inside the engine, because I feel like that can cause all sorts of silly stability issues. So now, at the very bottom of this, we want to put a solid booster. I don't believe this will launch us too quickly, so we should be fairly safe. Wow, that does not seem... I'm going to... Because I want to save this part, even though I don't think I'll be able to. I want to try. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Instead, I'll just put this thing here. I don't know. We want this to go down here, and then we want to put a whole new stage at the very bottom. Get out of the way. For this. So this is going to take us... Oh, so it's only going to take us 4 days to build, but that's actually pretty good. Okay, so we have a pod, right? We don't have any other propulsion or anything. We just have the... Oh, we have 2 parachutes. Okay, good. Right, so if we just go ahead and save this, and then we will start building it, I believe, because this should more or less do what we want. So let's just build it. Very good. Oh, whoops, it's not Explorer Mark. Oh, well, whatever. The version numbers don't really matter that much, I don't think. So we'll build ourselves one of these Explorer Mark, well, these are Mark IIs, but they're called Mark Is. I guess it doesn't matter since they all suck. Anyway, so we're going to build one of these, and we're just going to go straight up as high as we can. Just absolutely straight up as high as we can. That is the objective of this mission. So we're going to warp until it's done, and then we will see... Oh my god, it's always at night. Why does it have to be at night? Oh well. So 2 days until we have basic rocketry, so that's pretty exciting. Now let's look at the VAB storage. We're going to launch this Explorer Mark I, and we're going to have Sigric fly it, because he's done so well, although I guess... Well, Loken did okay, but his rocket sort of broke, and I'm sure Sigric would not have made the same mistake, except his broke too. But, I digress. I think we'll actually be able to save a fuel tank this time, because with all of the stuff underneath us exploding, we should be able to, like, keep it from exploding and stuff. Actually, this time I'm going to see if I can bring back one of these heat shields, because I don't think I'm going to try and save this whole thing. I'll just try and save this heat shield, because if we can start building up some heat shields and stuff, then that would be very, very useful for us in terms of future exploration, because we're going to need heat shields in the future, of course, you know. But because we'll have this, well, the temperature's actually decreasing. I thought it would be going up. Yeah, so this thing's getting pretty hot, but the parachute up here is just fine. Oh no, it's starting to heat up. Please don't. Please don't. Not too much, no, we'll be fine. Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, we're gonna need heat shields in the future. Hey look, that totally worked! I mean, we're mostly just going up, so it is kind of fine if we... I mean, we're not going to do like a gravity turn or anything, because I just want to see how high we can get. And then we're going to have... Actually, I'm not going to go quite as high as that, because if I don't start turning over, then what's going to happen is we're going to enter way too steeply, and we're going to... I mean, he'll be fine in terms of heat, But then we'll have an issue with the G-forces, because the G-forces will be so high that they will kill him, which is totally not a thing that we want. So instead, I'm actually going to go for maybe an orbit here, because even if it's not an orbit, it'll be a much more shallow entry to. So that was kind of a subpar gravity turn there, but whatever. I'm just going to point in the right direction and just sort of wait. I mean, I'm aware this is not like the most efficient way to do it, but you know, what you going to do when you didn't plan for it? I mean, even if I do plan for it, my gravity turns aren't amazing or anything, so, you know. Okay, we're currently out in the not atmosphere area, so let's just do some science while we're here. Although I will, of course, override it if I believe that we can do better somewhere else. We're gonna wait until we get to like 20 seconds. Oh no, that's close in 20 seconds. Oh well, whatever. Let's just go as fast as we can. I kind of doubt we have enough fuel to get into orbit, to be honest. But maybe we can. Maybe we can. I mean, this is doing better than I thought it was going to. So actually, I'm gonna turn up because our objective is to get higher, not necessarily into orbit. So, God, this is ghastly inefficient. All right, so we're just gonna kind of go up and forwards at the same time because we want to make sure that our entry angle thing isn't too steep, and that doesn't look that steep, although if we're landing in water, fuck. I really dislike landing in water, because I feel like it's just always bad. I don't know if I want to try and save this or not. I mean, okay, I know I want to try and save it, but the thing is, I don't think we can. So rather than, you know, do that, because I don't know if we can, I think I'm just going to jettison it, and that way we will... Actually, no, I'm not going to jettison it, because in addition to just maybe being good for us, we will also, so if we do another EVA, I don't know if there's going to be any new data. I think we already have this. Yeah, we already have it. Oh, well, whatever, because we don't really need it if we already have it. So in addition to also providing us with more parts, assuming we can save any of it, it also allows us to slow down more slowly in the atmosphere because we'll have more mass to slow down. So naturally, it'll take longer to slow that down because of inertia, and we will have more areas or less, you know, less drag, or not less. Oh, wait, that's not right. Okay, but like we will be less affected by the atmosphere. So hopefully, yeah. And also, if things burn up, I would like for them to burn up in a way such that we do not die. You can see the G-forces climbing there. Oh, that is bad. If it gets way too high, oh Jesus! Oh God! Well, we have survived with the heat shield, which is kind of what we wanted to do. Although we lost all of our rockets and stuff. I wonder what it even says. What happened there? Separation confirmed. Aerodynamic stresses. Yeah, I guess we were getting pretty high in G-forces, or the G-forces were getting pretty strong, so I guess I shouldn't have expected it to stay intact, but I did anyway, and it didn't, so... Oh, Jesus! No. I was just spinning that around for fun. Don't kill me for that. Oh, jeez, why isn't it... Oh, I was like, why isn't it going on? And then it went on, okay. Do an EV... No, there's nothing here. Okay. I don't suspect we'll really get much science from doing more EVAs and surface samples inside of the water. Or not inside the water, but like on the water. I really hope we can keep this heat shield. I would like to salvage more than just a command pod and parachute for once. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not that. Okay, very good. Very good. Well, that's interesting. Right, that doesn't help. If I let go here, take a surface sample. Oh, cool. Very good. We're not going to be able to get back in. Oh well, we'll just recover him, and then we'll recover that spacecraft, and then we will continue. I'm pretty sure it's going to end up being more than one video, based on how much I've recorded and how much hardware space I've used. But regardless, I'm going to say thanks for watching and goodbye at the end of this, because I have no idea when videos end and start. I don't keep track of that kind of stuff. So we're actually kind of piling up on science while we're waiting for this stuff to finish, which is fine. I don't mind. But and we're also going to go recover this other thing, which will have even more science. Actually, much more science, I believe. 21 science. There's a lot more science than we had in the other thing. Okay. Well, I'm going to warp until we finish some of these things. or these two things, or this, no, both of them, because the other one will take forever. But until we finish basic rocketry, I'll just warp forwards a bit, so that we can sort of see what we've got, and perhaps design a new explorer. Do we have more upgrades? No, I don't have more upgrades. Okay. We're just going to warp until we finish this. So I would like to have it finished. Hey look, it's sort of daytime. Not that it matters, to be honest. 29 days, or, you know, almost 30, since we have a few more hours, more than that, until we finish the basic rocketry. So we're going to have ourselves a quick look around, or the general rocketry, I believe it is. So we're going to design ourselves a new rocket, instead of calling this Explorer 1, and then, let's see, what else do we have? We have a heat shield. Very good. We have a heat shield, 2 parachutes, and 2 command pods. So if I use this, it'll take me 1 hour 53 seconds to build it. Not need very many build points. That's fine. I don't really mind. I'd rather just get finished faster. I don't really care about getting science from building giant rockets. And we have these fuel tanks, which look so much nicer than all the other fuel tanks. I love how these look. They're glorious. Okay, and it takes a long time to build one because we've never done it before in our lives. This thing, 3 hours. This thing, probably days, 3 days, Jesus. Okay, I wonder how long one of these takes. Well, let's see, this shouldn't take too long since it's pretty small. Two days to build that? I mean, especially it's 2 days for this too, so it's not really too much difference. Now it seems to be about the same amount of time. Right, so we don't have any new engines except for this Globe 1 SRB, which we will maybe use. I don't know. Let's see, what else did we get? Oh, right, we got actual decouplers, which is nice. You know, I was just thinking, maybe what I should do is I should just stick one of these down here and not put any engines on the bottom of it. Which might sound a little silly, but I'm thinking, if I just, like, put a decoupler down here, I'll essentially be able to get myself a free fuel tank every single time I launch something. I don't think we do that. That sounds kind of silly and, like, cheaty and stuff. So instead I'm just going to recover what I usually do. Until we get the LV-909 and some landing gear and stuff, I'm not going to bother a whole lot with that. Although we will start putting this mysterious goo on here. We're just going to call this Explorer Mark II. And what this is going to be is Mark II. And this thing is going to be essentially almost identical. Oh god, it's going to take forever. If it's already taking 5 days, we're going to have most of the thing built. Okay, well, let's put this decoupler down here. Well, it doesn't even take that long. It takes like 2 hours to build one of those. Okay. So we're going to put these on, because I like how they look. Just take forever. Actually, it doesn't even take that long to build. Once you start getting pretty high, it doesn't take very long. Actually, wait, don't I have... Yeah, I have 0.8. It's not going to take as long as it says. Yeah, okay, see, because at 0.7, it'll take 6 days. Here, it'll take 5 days. So that's, I mean, it's a good thing we have that. At 0.1, it'd take 45 days. It's a good thing we're not building with that second one then. I suppose, isn't it? Alright. If you don't use parts in inventory, it will take another hour. That's just, okay. I don't even know if I want to use the parts from the inventory, to be honest, based on that. So if I put another decoupler down here, and then I put one of these. This is pretty similar to the rocket we just launched. However, I'm going to add 2 more fuel tanks up there. Wait, how much time did that add? Like, yeah, that didn't even add very much time. And then we're going to put this down here. So this total thing will take us 6 days to build. That's actually not too bad. That's not very long, actually. I would have expected it would take longer. So if I feel like this is going to be just fine. We're going to try to orbit with this. I have no clue how that's going to go. However, we're just going to see, especially when I get these into space. Oh, that's true. Thanks, me. Well, so I was just thinking, you know, these things might burn up in the atmosphere. See, I don't think they will, but that has nothing to do with whether or not they actually will. So I'm actually going to put a heat shield on the bottom of this, because we already have one, so it shouldn't take very long to build. So I put this heat shield down here. It'll take... Wait, how many minutes did it say that's going to take? That's going to take 1 minute to... Oh, I guess we just sort of added on, so it's going to take a minute. Okay. So now, we're actually... Okay, we're not going to detach this heat shield, so we're going to put it on separate stage and put it after the parachute. That should be good. That's going to take us 6 days, 3 hours, 45 minutes, 40 seconds to build this thing. So we're going to start now, and I'm not going to build a second one because I don't know exactly how effective this is going to be. And the next time, we will return to see how the Explorer Mark II fares in its task to orbit the planet, come back, maybe land in the desert or something, ideally, if we can make that happen. Although luckily we will be able to do things at better angles. So if I just go ahead and... So we're 25% done with this general rocketry stuff, which is cool, I guess. So we don't want that. Settings, enabled, global, instant tech unlocked, no thanks. Override body tracker, force stop, time warp on complete. Upgrades for new sandbox. Yeah, we don't have sandbox. Auto check for updates. Yep, that's fine. Alright, very good. VAB storage. VAB list. Yes, this is the one we're looking for. So currently, it'll be a while. 6 days, 3 hours, 44 minutes, 52 seconds.